Hey y'all, it's Leah and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about navigating life in our 20s, and y'all, it has been a journey and still is. There are so many things that people do not tell you when it comes to adulthood. First and foremost, money and bills. Especially in this economy, paying these bills every month is insane. There are people living paycheck to paycheck. There are people that can't afford homes, rent, and a lot of those people are still living with their parents. For me, it's been hard living alone after living with someone for 3+ years. I'm 27, and living alone has taught me a lot when it comes to how to save money, how to budget, things that I should be spending on and things I shouldn't be spending on. And sometimes it's hard to find that balance because obviously, okay, I'm in my 20s, I'm trying to live my life, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to travel, do all of these things. But then I got rent, then I got phone bills, car payments, car notes, all of this stuff, insurance. And it's like, you want me to do all of this while also trying to live my best life? Like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to live under these conditions? At least for me, to budget, I love takeout. When I tell you, I don't like cooking. Okay, cooking is just not my thing. It's cute sometimes, but honestly, let's just go to the drive-thru, or let's just order some food, take it back home. Ain't gotta do all that work. And honestly, I have planned out everything, every bill that I pay, and see which of those bills I can just take away. So when it comes to subscriptions, I rarely use subscriptions. And if anything, try and use a family member's subscription. Because listen, these subscriptions, they be asking for too much money a month. And for what? So you definitely have to figure out what bills do you feel is unnecessary right now. And especially if you're on a tight budget, sometimes you just have to make that sacrifice and be you know what, this isn't needed right now. Maybe another time when I have more money or more wiggle room, then that's when I can bring that expense back in. But until then, you have to make that sacrifice. And I've had to make a lot of them, honestly. And honestly, sometimes even that still don't make a difference. It's so sad. I'm laughing about it, but it's sad because it's we really don't make enough money to live the way we should be living. I also think the job market is terrible. I went to college and my degree wasn't something that was a doctor or those kinds of things. It was performing arts. So that's another topic and another story. But even with just a college degree in general, it doesn't matter. And it sucks because it's I worked this hard, mind you, in debt, and I can't even get a job that pays at least more than $20 an hour. So it's really discouraging, and trust me, I know that because I've definitely have been in a place where I was unemployed for maybe a year before getting a job. But I know there's a lot of people out there that have been unemployed for years and can't get a decent job. And they have degrees, master's degrees. So it's really a struggle, but honestly, you really just have to keep your head up because burnout is just real. And that's something I'll talk about later on. When it comes to the single life, man, oh man. I mean, I'm definitely learning how to be single. I've been in 2 long-term relationships, and I mean 3+ years, 5+ years. So from 15 to 26, I've been in 2 relationships. One that was an engagement. And now that I'm single, living alone, I'm navigating how to build my confidence back up, and even like starting to date as well. I feel like dating is very hard, especially for a person who is wanting to be a wife or wanting to be a mother, etc., etc. Like, I'm the type of person that has boundaries, you know, that doesn't play games, doesn't do all that pettiness and things like that. Like, we don't do that over here, because you do not want to waste your time. And I'm telling you right now, you do not want to waste your time. You don't want people who aren't considerate of you. The same amount of energy that you're pouring into them, they should be pouring back into you. I'm also going to talk about consistency when it comes to dating, relationships, etc. If you are looking for somebody, there has to be consistency. And I mean communication, going out, being able to have those tough discussions, seeing if your morals and your values align. What do you want out of the relationship? Just making sure that you have those questions and making sure you know what you want out of the connection that you put yourself into. Regardless if it's even dating for fun or wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to get married, you yourself need to know what you want out of it, so that if that person is not doing what you want, you can bounce. Because again, we don't have time to waste. I also think learning how to enjoy your own company is very important, and that's something that I am learning how to do. I've never lived alone before, so this is like my first year of living alone, and I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I love it. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all. I would always be like, oh, I'm never gonna live alone. Nah, it's too scary, or it's just like, I don't really want. Sometimes you just, you know, who wants to be alone? You know what I mean? In that kind of sense. But honestly, I love my own space. Not picking up after anybody. Don't have to really think about anybody, you know, in your space. And I truly believe that every woman, and honestly everybody, but every woman should live by themselves just for a little bit, at least. Because honestly, like, that independence is really like the best feeling in the world. Like, it's really something that is special. And I feel like you learn a lot about yourself. And it's just that freedom that you have until you find the right person that you want, if you want to find a person. After a relationship, I think everybody should also heal. There's a lot that happens after relationships end. And I feel like even if it was a mutual understanding, I think it's really important for everyone who was involved to heal before pursuing someone else or getting into something serious with someone else. There have been times where I know that a lot of people think that, oh, I'm ready, or, oh, you know, I wasn't the person that had to break up with the other person, so I don't really have to heal. But honestly, everybody has something that they should improve or work on when it comes to relationships and connections. And sometimes the people that you come across, they're totally different people than the person that you were dealing with. So just because you might think, oh, you know, I was okay in my relationship and didn't really do anything, that doesn't mean what you bring to the table for this person is gonna work. because now they're totally different. So I feel like it's just very important to still do inner work regardless, and to heal some wounds that you may or may not think is there. Now, friendships, making friends in your 20s is so difficult. As an introvert, I also just don't like going outside and talking to people and mingling. It's not really my thing, depending on the vibe and the event, etc. But overall, I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna walk up to you really and have a conversation. I think a lot of people have trust issues, social anxiety, and just other things that might hinder human connection when it comes to making friendships and actually having like a bond. It's definitely a harder thing to do when you're older, especially because life just be lifing, and like a lot of people just have a lot of things going on that a lot of people just don't have time to even build an actual strong friendship. I think the best way to find, your people in your community, because it definitely is important to find that. Honestly, hobbies, conventions, concerts, anything where there are a lot of people that are gathered, maybe that share the same interests. It's just so important to be involved and around community. But I know it's like really difficult because, trust me, I am definitely in that boat. Mental health is super important, especially during this time of climate. It's so difficult to avoid burnout, to not be anxious or scared of the future. I'm an anxious being, and so I'm always just like anxious about money, future, literally what's my purpose in life? What should I be doing? Am I falling behind? You see all of your friends or people on social media that might be around your age that's buying houses, making so much money, getting married, having kids, just living their best life. And sometimes you just feel stuck or alone. One thing that I want you to take away from this video is to allow yourself some grace. Life is hard. It is challenging, it is difficult, but it's very important to lean on the ones that you love, that you know will support you, whoever that may be. It could be a stranger, it could be a friend, a parent, your dog, your cat, your bird, like anybody, anything that protects your peace, that makes you happy, that makes you feel sane. Journaling, praying, playing your favorite video games, reading your favorite book, going outside, walking, hiking, exercising. It's very important to put yourself first and your mental health first, just as much as it's important to take care of your physical health. For the people in your 20s and even 30s, 40s, 50s, and above, we will make it through this. We are all navigating life at the same time, but we will get there. And you have to believe that you will get there. I really hope this video helps you a little bit, maybe even give you a little bit of hope, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.